Hello, everyone. We are giving 1 minute just for all the registrants to be able to join, and then we will start our best practice series webinar. Today's session topic is the configuration management, or formerly what's configured, which is a part of WhatsUp Goat add-ons. So we will give them another minute and we will start. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping. Please, if anyone cannot hear us, try to connect to computer audio and not phone. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to just share some information or receive more information, you can put the questions, comments, or whatever your needs to receive more in the questions panel. This is on the right side of your screen. This session will be recorded and made available after the webinar finishes. So it will be available to whoever needs to check out later. So today's topic is the WhatsUp Goat configuration management. As I said before, what is IT configuration management is part of what we will be discussing today. Why we are talking about the configuration management at first place, and why we repeat it as an important. The configuration management within WhatsUp Goat, exactly what are the capabilities, what can be automated, what tasks can be executed, how this can expand the capabilities of WhatsUp Goat as an infrastructure monitoring, what can you do with it, and the use case scenarios, what is the value of it. And then we will leave it, we will leave the theory and do a demo. And then we will leave the floor for questions and answers if there are any. And as I said before, if you need more information, we will follow up with this after today's session. The configuration management is an IT because really in the networking field, the term configuration can be applied to many different tasks. What we are looking for here is the configurations of any network device in terms of switches and routers, and every process that tracks individual configuration items of an IT system. This is a little bit theoretical way to put it, but really what happens is that in a large network, you will monitor all your devices, you will have your switches and routers, but then the most important thing is that these devices are configured properly, and then you need to keep them configured properly. Why? One is the security concerns of everyone, because if a configuration has been changed, this means that or something does not work as it should work, or this is something that you need to keep an eye on because it might be a totally unattended or unwanted configuration change from whoever outside of your network. Establishes and maintains consistency of performance functions and physical attributes. Also a formal way to say that, okay, we are monitoring a network, we have all under control, but we need to know what happens in terms of configurations, and not only in terms of availability, in terms of consistency, in terms of SLA. So whether the devices are up and running, it's not enough. We need to be sure that they are configured properly from whoever is allowed to do so, and to keep the things that way. So that means passwords, that means users, that means accesses, that means VLAN configuration, password configurations, and so on. Also, this is what keeps all the systems within a network compliant, secure, and work in a proper way. Version control of the IT infrastructures and softwares means that we can automate, we can look what is the current configuration, we can audit startup versus running config so that we can keep all our systems under control. What the configuration management capabilities are: the capabilities expand what is WhatsUp Gold as a monitoring tool to be also an archive and a point of backup for all the configurations of the network devices, and to use these archives in order to restore the network configurations. So you not only can archive, but you can also restore. Let's say, for example, you do some configuration change or upgrade, and this does not go well, you have an error, you have, for whatever reason might be, some kind of issue with a switch or with a router, you can restore from the archive that WhatsUp Gold will store for you, and then you will have the system up and running right away. You don't need, you can troubleshoot after that, you can analyze your errors after that, but first of all, you will be able to act if whatever issue happens. You can restore a configuration and make the system work. You can automate the bulk changes. Let's say, for example, you have a group of switches or network devices, and you need to do some changes in the configuration. This not goes only to the password changes, this also goes to the VLAN changes, this goes to the user changes. You need to create new user, you need to remove an old user. This happens really a lot because people come and go in a big companies. Then you and that's why you need to constantly create or remove users and accesses. That means that you need constantly to create and manage passwords. Also, the changes in regards of the VLANs, in regards of additional management work that needs to that happens day to day. So you can automate the bulk changes. You can alert on the configuration changes so that really every change that happens on a configuration level, the admins need to account this, needs to have a track on this, and needs to approve or not. So if you have a general admin and then you have different sysadmins that are responsible for different layers or different groups of devices, you can create change approval so that you can be sure that every change that has to be committed is approved from whoever is responsible, and there's no changes out of this company policy happen. It's also possible to schedule the automatic scans. So you can, with the configuration management, automate your processes in order to be sure that they are working smoothly, that they are working within a policy, and that they are working within a certain time frame. Network configuration management audits and reports are basically the correlate to the first three, because you can set up a regular audits on a network devices. This is not only the technical concern, this is also related to the compliance in different countries, not limited only to Europe, but we have different regulations that we need to respect in order to be compliant. So all the compliance reports and audits can be automated and also set up as a schedule. The policy audits and trail reports are available in different logs, and they are logged within the WhatsUp Gold database so that you can have them. It simplifies the process and generates report correlated to all the changes made, who made them, when this happens to be made. It gives you also, this is something that we are going to see in the demo, where the change has been done, when this is done, and it reads exactly the CLI of the devices. So within one interface, you can have all the reports and the details, and then it will automate the configuration and change management to eliminate repetitive tasks. So your day-to-day job will decrease in time-consuming tasks related to the configuration changes, and will be automated in the respective way. What are the features? As we said, the archive management give you the possibility also to search in archive, to match archive patterns, so that you have the exact archive that you need. We are going to see this after a few minutes in the demo. WhatsUp Gold comes with a pre-configured libraries ready to use that gives you the CLI settings library, which stores the session profile settings, task script library, which displays all the scripts available, and it's really a nice populated library. We try to keep it as much as possible accurate. The task script library, the configuration policy library, all libraries that we are going to see on the demo. And this is only a simple way to put them. They really expand the capabilities of the software, allowing you also to create configuration templates library so that you can standardize and reuse the templates. And then a VLAN manager, which allows you basically to change anything in regards of VLANs and then commit the change right away from the WhatsUp Gold interface. So why this is important? Why? Because you will have one interface and you don't need to log out, log in, and have different types of clients, whether they are SSH or Telnet. You just can use the simple web interface of WhatsUp Gold and automate all your tasks. You can give it to a 10-year-old child, and it will be able to automate a task even if it doesn't know anything about networks. So the ease of use is not something to under consider. Now I'm going to switch to the WhatsUp Gold interface itself, so to show you how it looks like and what are the real capabilities. This is the last version of WhatsUp Gold, which has many improvements in terms of usability and security. But after you create your network map and after WhatsUp Gold displays all the devices within a network, we are monitoring the statuses. As you can see here, we are monitoring link usability, we are monitoring the availability of the devices. This is a dynamic network map of all my devices which are under WhatsUp Gold network, and then we are monitoring also the configurations. Let's say, for example, you have a distribution switch like it is here, and you want to have archive for all the configurations of all your network devices. The configuration management add-on information is stored within Analyze and Configuration Management tab. Here are all the configuration management dashboards available. So this one is the archives, which here are ordered by date and by device name. You can select a time frame to search within the archives. You can also search for devices or group of devices. You can apply the configuration management to all the network devices which are that can comply. So all your switches and routers, basically firewalls also. You can also here try to filter in order to be fast and to try to search which exactly archive you need. If I select two archives, I can directly compare and WhatsUp Goat will give me the information what are the differences and where exactly are the differences from my two archives. And from here I can move, see differences 5. I am selecting the different tabs, and then I move through the differences. I can easily see where exactly they are. Also, I don't need to close and go back and reopen and so on and so on. Directly from here, I can select different device for which to apply the compare. Exactly in the same way, we can also use the export in different formats of the archives so that I can export and store them on a different machine. This is also the feature that will enable me, if I go here and select my device and open the device properties, if I want exactly to run some configuration tasks on a precise device, as you can see here on the left side, we have these tasks. We can see what exactly tasks related to the configuration management are applied here. Also, WhatsUp Goat comes with backup startup and backup running config pre-configured tasks. You can directly apply them in bulk to the whole network list of network devices, or you can apply them in bulk to a group of devices, to a single device. You can check out here which tasks exactly are applied to a precise device, and you can add different tasks from here. As I said, backup the startup and backup the running config are two pre-configured tasks ready to use right after the WhatsUp Goat installation, but you can also import and create custom tasks from the configuration management task library, which is accessible from here. Every option is accessible right away from the device card. So to make you easy, create a new one or apply an existing one if you want to. Then the archives are also available within the configuration management dashboard generally, from where you can select different archives and apply whatever, or export, or apply a restore. But also from here, if I select the archive which I want, I can directly restore from. I will not do it right now on the switch, but just to show you what are the functionalities. I can restore directly from here or import the archive on the device right away from here. Also, the export is available on a device level. So let's go back to the configuration management dashboard. Also, the task log available in order to control everything which has been executed on a device level, when, on which device, which exact task has been run, and what is the result. When there is a failure, as it is here, it will give you the details what issue is, and whether, as you can see here, we have a script exception on an SSH, so I can go and check what exact error is and check my SSH script, whether I have entered the SSH enable password or not, and why this device is failing. This report, it comes by default, will list you every task on a device which is already executed from the WhatsUp Goat interface. What's the severity, what's the result, what is the script message. Then you can filter and export. If you need to filter on a device level, you can filter on a device level or group of devices. You can filter by time and create also a custom filter. You can also filter by tasks, by script, by the output that you have, and then you can export the reports. Every report within WhatsUp Goat is exportable, and you can also schedule this export, so you don't need to bother to create it manually. You can automate all your tasks, so when you come to work and you begin your day, you have already the reports via email, let's say, for example, and you have all the information summarized and you don't need to check one by one anything in terms of configuration tasks. Another option is the policy audit. This is to be configured which policies and on which devices you want WhatsUp Gold to look for. So also comes WhatsUp Gold comes pre-configured with certain policies in terms of, I'm going to open the configuration management libraries so you can see which policies you can have ready to use and then apply them. If you apply Cisco FISMA, Cisco HIPAA, so all the policies with their respective details, protect credit card holder data, Security Management Act, privacy of the medical records, maintain accurate and reliable financial records. All these policies are predefined and they are ready to use. They are already configured within WhatsUp Gold. But then if you need another vendor policy, another different policies related to different vendors, you can simply import it from here and you will be able to use them and apply them on your network devices. We have the major ones here ready and we are updating this library, so WhatsUp Gold will come with this ready to use, not only to manage the configurations but also to be able to audit and secure in terms of configuration, not only secure in terms of passwords, users, and changes. If you run the configuration management startup versus running config, this is something that you can run on a device level, you can run in bulk, and WhatsUp will give you exactly the result in terms of differences and will show you number of differences as it is here, the number of differences 1. It will be able to show me, it will connect to SSH or Telnet and will read what exactly and where exactly the change happens. It will make it colorful, so I don't need to store anything or to search for myself. It will right away give me the information. Also, when there are more changes, as we saw before on the archives, it goes the same for the startup versus running config. It is showing you on the archives which are the differences between the different archives that you keep in memory and you can restore from, but it is also showing on a startup versus running config level exactly where the changes are on which command line. I move like this through the command lines from here. What it needs in order for work is to be able to read. So under settings, you have libraries tab, credentials libraries. On a switch level, I will need to add an SSH, which, as you can see, will ask me for enable password. This WhatsUp Gold needs a username and a password, and then the enable password in order to run all the scripts that you will want to run. Same goes for Telnet. The difference is here on the Telnet, it will ask me the privileged password. So whether it's a Telnet or SSH, if I put the right credentials, WhatsUp Gold is really a powerful tool to execute everything which needs to be automated on a configuration level on a network device. From here also available, if I open the device card on the same switch that we were looking before, under the credentials library, you see that it has an SNMP credential and then SSH credential in order for the configuration management to run wherever needed for me to keep the policies and the configuration under control. Under the settings, so under the analyze and configuration management tab, you have all the results of what WhatsUp Gold does in order to keep the configurations compliant, under control, and secure. Under the settings and configuration management, you see all the different libraries which are pre-configured and available. So one, you have the archive search. You can here set up different devices and different ways in which WhatsApp will store the archive. You can select a device. You can apply it on a device level. You can apply it on a group level. So if you choose groups, you can directly select a whole group of devices to which you can apply an archive search, and WhatsApp Gold will store all the archives. It will run an audit also, because it will ask you, okay, on which archives you want to run the audit. You can select multiple options. You can also select from different archive case. It will automatically show you here under the list when you select an audit, and then a search pattern. If you want to, then it will give you the result. Let's say, for example, I am going to choose my Cisco 1048, and then if I select the switch, then I go and store like this. I will need to select a search pattern and startup config, a search pattern, and then it will give me the result. I will not harass my switch right now, because this is a demo lab and it's used from many engineers. This is how it looks like. Also under the settings, you have the CLI settings library, which is pretty populated with all the major vendors of equipment, with a generic scripts related to the object IDs, and they are ready to use. As you can see here, you have a telnet template, a login client settings template, whether it's a Cisco, it's a SMC, whether it's Juniper or Tricom or Aruba or whatever Dell, HP vendor you have out there, you can also import a script if this is for the ease of use and for WhatsApp Go to be able to offer you right away after the installation and after enabling the configuration management. You can apply these scripts, but you can import whatever type of vendor and the model of switch or router you can have. You can directly import CLI settings and you can use them and apply them also to a system, to a device or a group level. This is how you can add different type of scripts. You can customize scripts. Also available is a library, which is a task library and system task library, policy library. You can configure the file, you can configure TFTP, SFTP, you can configure template library. All the libraries which are listed here, remote CLI settings and VLAN management, are available and they are pre-configured. We have done it in a way that after the installation and after you enable the configuration management, this is something that you need 5 minutes to apply and configure, and then the limits are up to you. You can customize and you can add as much, there's no limit to the content that you can add. Under the system script library also you can see available and pre-configured SSH password delete, SSH password edit, an SNMP, company name, community strings, VLANs. So everything what needs to be done on a day-to-day job can be automated and applied on a device level or in bulk on a group level, and can be directly used from within the library. If something you need to customize or you need to add, you can add it directly from here, browse and add a script directly within the configuration management system script library. You can also take an existing script, copy the template. I will create a copy of the Cisco 2948 gig. I will correlate it with this object ID, or will apply another object ID if I have a different switch to which I want to apply it. And then I can modify my script in the way that works for my existing devices. So WhatsUp Gold is giving everything in terms of libraries which are pre-configured, and then the option to automate the processes, to automate the tasks, to apply policy audits, to be compliant, to secure the network, but then also to customize in a way that applies to the precise network that you need to monitor. Also, it will give you a report of what has been done, when this has been done, and from whoever this is done. So in order not only to secure the network and to be sure that the tasks are running smoothly and the configurations are secured, but also to be sure who has done what, when, and is this compliant, is this approved or not. So this is the system script library. It is also comes, as you can see here, first is Cisco, because it's with a C, it comes with an alphabetic order. Then you have an HP different script, SMC different scripts, SSH and Telnet related, but not only. You can edit VLANs, remove VLANs, add VLANs from here. You can apply this directly as a script. All the different vendors come in an alphabetic order. As I said before, you can directly go and apply your script on a device level, on a book level, on a group, or on all the devices which are applicable on the network. Under the policy library is where you can add different policies. You can include patterns and exclude, and you can use regular expressions for that. Also, the ready-to-use policies, as we said before, are Cisco, Juniper, and Foundry. They are pre-configured. WhatsUp Gold comes with them as a pre-configured option. Also, the task script library and the task library. Within the task library, you will find the backup, startup config, and running config. All the other tasks are custom tasks that we created for test purposes. You can schedule the tasks and then apply also this schedule to one device or in bulk. You can also set up from here a password schedule, as you can see, and then apply it to different devices. Also here available, if you select device, it will be applied to a single device. Group will apply it to group of devices. In terms of scheduling the tasks, as you can see before, you have more options. These options correlate to the scripts that you will apply. You can select whether to save a copy of the results, to limit the number of backups in order to save some database space, limit if you don't want to limit the backups, then WhatsUp Gold will save every backup within the WhatsUp Gold database or on a specified location. And then I can directly select automatically add new monitor devices. WhatsUp Gold will add all the devices which are network devices. How this happens? The software automatically understands which device is what row to give to the devices, whether it's a switch generic, whether it's a Cisco switch, whether it's a router. It has a built-in library for that. After the discovery, WhatsUp Gold is totally capable to understand which device is a firewall, is a switch, or a server. So it will apply automatically these tasks to all the network devices. or you can select this policy to be, this will apply, the previous option will apply to the newly added devices, and this, while this will apply to the devices which are already part of the WhatsUp Gold list. So it will allow you to select. If I select my network, this will apply to all the 210 devices which are part of the my network group. Or if I select precise device, I can select exactly a switch or a router or whatever network device to which I want to apply the new scheduled tasks. This already happens for the Cisco 1042N. I will not apply it again. But then you can also enable a threshold and specify what threshold to be applied to this device, and then select policies. This will give you the option to apply the policies that we saw before, protect credit card holder data. So this task will take this policy as a threshold and will apply it to the switch that I have selected or to the group of switches that I have selected. So all the pre-configured policies or all your custom policies will appear here and can be applied. And then you can schedule this task to run on a daily basis, even on a daily basis repeatedly after, and you can run it hourly. So this applies to the tasks and policies, and this is the way to automate and to select the different tasks and apply them. From here, my mouse has its own opinion. The template library will give you the option to pre-configure different, and you can capture. If I here select a device, it will capture a template and it will apply this template, or I will create a template that afterwards I can apply to different devices. If I select, let's say, a Meraki device, it will search for a configuration archive. Okay, I will need to select some device with available configuration archive. Let's try that one. No, if I have a configuration archive, okay, it will appear here, and then I will select the archive, and then I can create directly a template to be applied to whoever other device I need to apply it. It's simple as that. It doesn't take more than 30 seconds to select a device, to select an archive from which to take the template and create a template, save it within the template library, and then reuse it. All the capabilities of the configuration management are available and fast applicable to all the devices which are part of your network. VLAN management will give me the option to select a device, and if I go to the same switch which we saw before, it will show me the VLANs configured for that switch, and right away from here I can commit changes. So if I go with the plus, I will select the VLAN and then the VLAN index, and then I can change the VLAN configuration right away from here and commit my changes. As you can see here, there's commit changes button. It will commit my changes. So the configuration management difference from all other WhatsUp Gold add-ons and all other WhatsUp Gold options will give you the possibility also all the changes that you can automate, you can secure, and you can audit to be done within the WhatsUp Gold interface. So not only to monitor what happens within your network and if there are status changes to be alerted, but then it will give you the possibility to be alerted and to control everything which happens in terms of configuration, then to automate the tasks, and then to run all the policy audits in order for you to be sure that everything is compliant and is configured and keeps configured as it needs to be. within one interface and in a secure way. So that's the configuration management capabilities. They expand the WhatsUp Goat capabilities from a monitoring software also to a software which is capable to keep an eye and then to automate tasks and to secure what are the configurations, and pretty much gives you the option to expand and to manage, to secure within one single interface. It needs only an SSH or Telnet credentials, which are under settings and libraries, or can be added per device, or can be added in bulk for all the applicable devices under my network. And also only needed simple few steps settings under the configuration management libraries, which are already populated and which are ready to use. Just decide on which devices to apply the policies, apply the scripts, and you will have a running configuration management software to monitor, to audit, and to keep compliant all the device configurations within your network. Also, to be able to roll back if something happens, you'll be able to roll back within minutes. I will return to the presentation and we'll give you some useful links. If you need more information, you can access directly the WhatsUp Goat network configuration management link, or you can also directly download a WhatsUp Goat trial, which is available on the second link on that slide. You will have this via email also after the webinar. So this is a free trial, totally fully functional with all the add-ons which are part of the WhatsUp Goat. So if you want to check out how this works, if you want to play around with the software and to see and to apply some policies to see how this works on your devices, WhatsUp Goat comes with a free trial. Give it a shot. It's really a powerful tool. We are trying to do our best to give all the network admins and people who need to manage a network, not only the network admins, the exact tools in order to automate the day-to-day tasks, in order to save really their time and effort, because all our professionals working within the software come from a networking field, and we really believe that we know what we are doing and what to do to save time, effort, and to secure what is important within a network. I will leave the floor for questions. Ksenia, do we have some questions?
Yeah, we have only one question regarding the presentation, and I can answer that. Presentation will be sending to all attendees with a recording in a follow-up email, so don't worry, you will have it. Other than that, I don't see any questions in the chat.
Okay, hopefully this was a useful session to you. Feel free to download the trial, feel free to ask us questions. We have a sales engineering team which follow-ups all the information needed, questions. We are trying to do our best to provide all the information that might be useful. WhatsUp Goat is a powerful and really award-winning network monitoring tool, which has different capabilities. The configuration management is one of them. It works nowadays. The networks are really complex, are bigger and bigger, and need more attentions. The configurations are one of the failure points, are one of the points that needs to be configured properly, secured, and audited. So we give all the tools possible to do this on a day-to-day basis. And hopefully this was an interesting session for you. Download our free trial, test the WhatsUp Gold functionalities. The free trial is fully capable, no limits on the add-ons, so you can add your devices or try to see the network configuration management details, play around with the software, and now I wish you a really nice day ahead.
Ekaterina, 1 second, if I can interrupt you for 1 second.
Yeah.
We have more questions here. Hi, Ekaterina, just want to reconfirm if we can enable SNMP for discovered devices using script under library.
Yeah, totally. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Everything related to enabling SNMP, managing the devices, you can do it from the configuration management script library and apply it in bulk to the group of devices which you want to enable SNMP.
Yeah, thank you. And another question, what is the retention time for archive and restore config?
It is configurable, so depends on you. It depends on you. You decide what is the time, because in different countries there are different regulations. It's not only from technical perspective. So as a network admin, I will need to consider my space, so the database space, which I will consume to keep the archives. But from different perspective, there's also regulations which in different countries are different in terms of timing. So there's an option within WhatsUp Gold to set up the time. It's under the settings in the WhatsUp Gold configuration management details. There is a guide how to set this up, but you decide.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ekaterina. I don't see any other questions. Oh, wait a second, there is one. Is there a mobile alert feature for this solution?
Let's say, for example, if you mean an SMS or something like this type of alert, all the alerting which is available for the network devices is also available for this feature. This goes for email alerting and also for an SMS. The requirement is to integrate an SMS gateway so that you can use this feature. But yes, WhatsUp Gold has more than 15 different types of actions that can be executed if, and then the condition you can specify. Let's say, for example, if the configuration management policy audit fails, you will, and then you decide what WhatsUp Gold to do: send you an email, alert you in some other way, create a web alert, or send you an SMS. I hope that I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you, Ekaterina. So yeah, let's close it for today. If you have any questions, please reach us out via email. And yeah, we will send recording and the presentation in follow-up email shortly. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ekaterina.
Thank you everyone for attending this webinar. As we said before, we are here to answer the questions. Feel free to download the trial and to ask us. We are here to give more information if this is needed.
Yes, thank you.
Bye and have a nice day.
Bye.